Friends, Roman countrymen, lend me your ears. I've told you before, and I'll say it again. We are winning. In this battle, the ultimate Armageddon that we're under, we are having victory after victory. The tide is turning dramatically, and it is so important that we celebrate these battles being won. Knowing there were more ahead, but the being emboldened, empowered by the fact that we see our brothers and sisters rising all over the planet, so that the next time the next wave hits us, we're much more prepared. And so many more people are awake. They are awakening in droves. The veil is coming down. And how exciting is it in Paris, where the police are marching with the people now, and the police that are not marching with the people are standing in front of them. If you haven't seen this video, try to find it. So in other words, you've got a march of people marching down the street. You've got the police, some police in the front with their helmets in their hands, marching with them. And then the police that are trying to hold them off are looking their own brothers and sisters in the force, in the eye, and walking backward. This is huge. In Australia, a posse comitatus of citizens, I think about 700 of them, have drafted arrest warrants for the whole damn bunch, all the way up to the Prime Minister. They've served the police. This action is being reproduced in different countries now, where citizens are first warning the police that these are crimes. Got to be careful with the language. So, against humanity, and that anyone who is compliant will be served. So we've got this going on in England. We know that, I've got to again, be so careful. I really want to keep my YouTube channel so I can bring you my smiling face. And we're all watching as this goes down. Let's not forget Kazakhstan, basically overthrowing the government. It's everywhere. The mandates are going down. They're clutching on desperately, but they know that this first experiment has failed. Now, whether or not it's completely failed is another question, because they've managed to insert the snake bite. And we're seeing the results of that. And that's very depressing and frightening and alarming, especially for anyone who has acquiesced or lost people because of it. But and I'm not one of those people that says, I can't worry about that. We just have to focus. I do worry about that. Never stop having compassion for the fallen, for the weak, and the fearful. Meanwhile, how exciting it is to see such an uprising. This is not stoppable. Are you kidding me? And now we've got the Ukraine hoax. I call it a hoax because I just think this is a diversionary tactic, and I just can't believe for a moment that Putin will play into the hands of the globalists. I don't believe he's one of them, never have. And so if this is being orchestrated, there's something much bigger underway, and it may very well be the takedown of the false administration. I don't know. I don't have clear ideas about this yet. All I know is that that particular flag feels very phony to me, very contrived, very convenient at the time when all of a sudden all these countries are calling off the whole drama underway. And we have to have, of course, a new one, because God forbid we should have a day without a global crisis. So pay attention to that one. Don't buy into it completely. Let's see what's going down. Again, I remember when Putin said, he was talking about the global agenda, and he said, we have to stand up to them because the West is falling prey to this one world order, and we're going to stand against it. And I also remember the infamous picture when he was photographed in England with the royal family, and he was standing like 5 feet away from them in the shot. I don't know. I'm just glad that Putin is in charge of that scenario. And no matter what anybody thinks of him, I think that he's a rational thinker. And hopefully, just hopefully, he's talking to more than just Joe, Big Joe, who is, of course, orchestrated by Obama. Okay, so I just wanted to just really give you this moment of Zen that is a celebration of this turning tide. I've been calling it, we're winning, and people are like, really, Patricia? It doesn't look like it. But yes, indeed. You can only squeeze us so long. As the Syrian High Council keeps saying, the more they squeeze you, the tighter they squeeze you, the freer you become. And so my prediction today is that we are about to see the end of this initial drama, medical drama, and, paying attention to the truck full of monkeys that, oopsie doodle, just happened to crash with another vehicle, and little cages of these poor animals, research animals, strewn on the streets. It's the story. Supposedly a couple of them escaped. A woman got close. It spit on her. And now she's got symptoms. It's just really. But the difference is, no matter what comes next, we have more people awake on this planet. So, for a minute, I don't believe that we've seen the end of this. There will be another and another and another, and perhaps more lethal. But the point is, each time now, they give us the next thing. More of us are saying, yeah, right. And more of us are standing up against the omnipotent administrator. And when you see police marching with the people, this is happening in several places. It's been a while now that the police have been marching with the French in Paris and I think in, was it Lyon? I'm not sure which other major city. But it's such an important sign. It's such an extraordinary sign that the citizens are going after legally, with all the documentation, presenting the police, presenting the judge, getting the official documents registered for the arrest of criminals against humanity. And let us always remember that Kazakhstan empowered a lot of other places. It's like, wow, we can really do this. We don't need guns. We don't need anything but human outcry, human unity. We've had enough. Our balls are full. Pardon the vernacular. So it's a day to rejoice this day, because when I woke up, it was like Paris, Canada. How can I have not mentioned Canada? Holy moly, Canada. And interesting, Canada and Australia, two of the worst places for the constraints, are standing tall. By the way, several places on the web where you try to mention Canada and the activities there, the links get blocked as dangerous or incendiary, something like that. And I just wanted to bring up that many months ago, people asked me, where would I go if I got kicked off of the tube? And I said, to be honest, I don't think there's any safe place to go. And sure enough, I went to Gab. I attempted that, as you may recall if you're in my Facebook family. And I started getting all this hellacious, extremely fanatic, religious, Christian documentation from the owner of Gab. And I thought, well, there goes freedom, because he's this really heavy biblical verse, which I don't feel should be coming out of a social platform. So that was out. I tried Telegram. People think it's really safe there. No, it isn't. Beware. No, it isn't. Beware of what you write on Telegram. So some information came out that the guy behind Telegram is connected to the organization, the secret organization of the U.S. military government. And now the chute, every time I try to, like, for example, it's on the chute, I try to access information about the convoy, and it's block for content. So it's not working anyway, which is so delightful. That is the censorship. We won't even talk about Twitter, right? It's not working anyway. The information is getting out. People are creating their own networks and platforms or whatever, and we're managing to get it out, watching our words as best as we can without having to talk in riddles. It's so foolish and annoying, but still, the messages are getting out, the images are getting out, and it's our job now, guys. What I'm doing is I'm cutting and pasting the URL that I want to share with people. So I write, go to bitchute.com, and then I write and add this info, and I write the rest of the URL that is the link to whatever I'm trying to have people see, because that way I'm avoiding getting the flag, this is controversial and this is not misrepresentative of the truth, this can't be discussed. Wrap those knuckles. So this is my clever way of doing that. So think about doing that. You put, the website like youtube.com or bitchute.com, and then interrupt it by saying, add this URL, and then paste the rest of the URL so people can find their way to it without you getting the axe. So this is my moment of Zen, you guys. I'm thrilled to wake up to all this good news, and I don't think the war is over by any means, because these guys are going to fight to the finish, but they did not expect. How many times have I said never underestimate the human spirit? I've said it 1,000 times, and I'll say it again. They did not expect that we would rise and that so many people would wake up. They did not believe in the human spirit because they wanted to kill the human spirit, and they can't. Well, they can in some people, but we are 8 billion and they are 2,000. And even if we're 7 billion, they are only 2,000. So never forget that. We are winning. Celebrate this moment. Feel the power. Yeah, there are more battles to win, and we will. This is Patricia Cori signing.